Raise your hand if you've lied to your pediatrician about bed sharing. What's actually happening at 3 a.m.? Mom is exhausted, baby won't latch unless they're skin to skin, so she pulls him into bed. And then at the 2-month visit, she says she sleeps in a bassinet because she's terrified of the lecture. I'm a pediatrician, I know what the AAP says, and I also know how to read the actual data, because here's what changes everything: the profile of the mother and the baby. Full-term infant, healthy, breastfed, sober mom, no medications, non-smoking home, firm mattress, no heavy bedding. This is a completely different conversation than the blanket never bed share message you got at your last visit. The data on SIDS risk in this specific scenario, it's low.
I woke up to a bunch of people sending me this video and I couldn't agree more. This is what we need more of from our pediatricians. And one thing that I think is really important and can help parents feel better about their SIDS risk is also knowing about something called the triple risk model, which basically says that when SIDS does happen, it's because there are 3 components that are happening simultaneously. So the first one is that there is a vulnerable infant with intrinsic risk. So this is an underlying, often hidden condition, like a defect in the brain or something that affects baby's breathing or arousal from sleep. This could be from genetic factors or prenatal factors, so prematurity, low birth weight, or prenatal smoke exposure, things like that. Then the second thing is that there's a developmental critical period, usually in the first few months of life, the first 1 to 4, 1 to 5 months of life, where baby's nervous system is still maturing. Then the third one is that there is an outside stressor in the environment. So something that will challenge baby's breathing or affect their ability to rouse if they do have a pause in their breath. So things like heavy bedding or pillows or blankets or stuffed animals, either in the parent's bed or in the crib, falling asleep with a parent in an unsafe position, like on a chair or a couch, falling asleep on their tummy, overheating, smoke exposure, things like that. So he's absolutely right that we need to be having these conversations so that each parent can assess their own risk and can know how to make the safest choices possible. Because at 3 a.m., it's really hard to tell a breastfeeding mom in particular that she can't have her baby in her bed. So we really need to teach them how to assess their risk and how to mitigate as many risks and hazards as possible so that they can be safe.